Okay, so we're going to do some cheese making. Oh, cheese making. So we started by boiling some water earlier and sanitizing all of this equipment you see here. Cheesecloth, a bowl, some measuring spoons, some rubber gloves, a strainer, some spoons. You see in the background, that's the stuff we use to make the cheese. We have citric acid and we have rennet. Then over here we have our milk ready to go, and then it has a sanitized thermometer in it, and when it gets to be 85 degrees, we're going to add our first step, which is citric acid and water. Citric acid is kind of tart. It's in a lot of candy. If you have like Sour Patch Kids or gummy worms with sour taste, they would be covered with citric acid. Okay. To be continued. Okay, just added the citric acid and water to the milk, and you can see it's starting to make curds. And now we raised the temperature a bit. It's up to 100 degrees. So we are now going to add some rennet. Just have to look at the recipe just a minute to make sure I'm getting the right rennet. It says 8 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to do 10 because this rennet is a little older. What was I supposed to do with the spoon? This? For 20 seconds? 30 seconds. Enough. Now we're going to make sure the milk gets to 105 degrees. So let's put it in the center and see what temperature it is, because when you put it on the outside, it starts to cool down because it's not all the way in the center. So we'll move it around. Okay, we're almost there. To be continued with the next step. Okay, now I don't know if you can see it with my tiny little thermometer, but we're at 105. And we're going to put the lid on and let it set for 20 minutes. Or 10 minutes, I can't remember. 10 minutes, yes. See you in 10 minutes. Okay, so the 10 minutes are up. Let's see if we've got curd. We take the back side of a teaspoon and press and see if there's curd. Yep, see that, guys? It's rubbery, kind of bouncy. That means we have curd. All right, so we are going to do the next thing on our list, which is to drain as much of the whey as possible from the curds, and then take our slotted spoon and we will put the curds into a colander. So we'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, so the next step is to take our sanitized work gloves and put them on our clean hands. The most important steps in the cheese making is wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands, and don't touch anything. Don't touch your clothes, don't touch your nose. Just like coronavirus, don't touch anything and then touch your face or your eyes or your nose or anything. So, because do you know why? You can look this up, but cheese can be ruined by the wrong kind of bacteria or germs or fungus spores or things like that in the environment. So we want to eliminate any extraneous germs getting into our cheese. This glove is very sticky, as you can see, because my hand was a little bit wet before I put it on. Okay, so now we're going to take our sanitized colander and we're going to take some cloth that we sanitized. This could be cheesecloth. I didn't have any cheesecloth, so I'm using a cotton cloth. And we'll drape it over the side so that it doesn't get too saturated with whey. Do you know what whey is? Whey is the water and other milk product that is in milk that separates the creamy, fatty cheese curd and the whey. You probably have heard little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet eating her curds and whey. What you see here is whey. So I'm going to spend some time scooping this out. So we'll see you again in a few minutes. So because we had old ingredients, we were only able to achieve this much whey. We also had an accident where we spilled some in the sink. So this is what we have left, and I had to heat it in the microwave so that now I can knead it and stretch it. That gets the water out and makes it stringy. So I'm squishing it and stretching it. See? Pull it. It's called pulling the cheese. Come back again in a minute. Now we're pulling the cheese. Okay, I think that's enough pulling. Smash it until we get a ball. Then you do like this, hold it in on itself. There you go, a ball of mutts. Cheese making continues. All right, and here we are. One ball of mozzarella cheese for the cheese making. Now let's taste it. You taste it. Delicious. Wish you guys were here.